This is just one of my UDL assignments that I would like to showcase. This is a Adobe Spark video I created to demonstrate what a learning objective is.
What is a learning objective and how does it correspond to the evaluation of a lesson? This is what we will be going over in this video. Teachers create lesson plans as a guide to teach content standards and objectives every day. What is a lesson plan? It is a plan that consists of steps that describe what students need to learn, how the material will be taught, and how the students will be measured or evaluated through their learning. What is a learning objective? A learning objective is based off of the content standard. It is made up of 5 key parts. These key parts include the standard being used, the level of cognition, or the verb, the content, the product, and how to measure the product. An evaluation of a lesson plan or learning objective takes place throughout the lesson. The teacher must evaluate students on their overall understanding, but they also must be evaluating along the way by asking questions and seeing if students are understanding the material. The evaluation and learning objectives go hand in hand. Teachers should evaluate students throughout each lesson. From the book, Here We Grow Again, the author states, the value of evaluation comes in the closeness of match between your purpose and the activities in which you engage children. Evaluation should follow naturally throughout the lesson because it should reflect what the students are learning and are expected to know. The activities within a lesson plan should reflect what the learning objective states and the question the teacher is evaluating the students on.
So that was the video that I created on Adobe Spark, and I will then go ahead and show you guys my next item that I would like to display. It is my some more that I created on Bloom's taxonomy, what it is, why is it important, and why do we use it. So Bloom's taxonomy is guaranteed to help educators develop critical thinking skills and aid in growing higher cognitive ability in students. So I included this video.
Bloom's taxonomy is a toolbox that teachers or students can use to classify and organize learning objectives. Its most popular version is based on the cognitive domain and assumes that learning should be structured from easy to difficult in the following 6 steps. 1. Remember. 2. Understand. 3. Apply. 4. Analyze. 5. Evaluate. 6. Create. On the first level, we learn to remember. There is just rote memorization and recollection of facts without much understanding. For example, if we learn about lemons, we want to remember the name, shape, color, size, and that they are sour. Once we memorize these essentially meaningless facts, we move to the second level of learning. On level 2, we learn to understand. We begin to decode information and learn that a lemon is yellow when it's ripe to eat, and if we take a bite, that it's really super sour. We also understand that lemons love sunshine and that they contain lots of vitamin C, which is a great natural antioxidant that keeps us healthy. Now, as we really understand a lemon, we can work with it. On the third level, we apply what we know. We've understood that while lemons are sour, they are also a great provider of vitamin C. To apply this knowledge in a meaningful way, we could boil a lemon into hot water and add some honey. Then serve this hot lemon to our sick sister who's in need of treatment. On the fourth level, we learn to analyze. This involves examining and breaking down information into components, determining how the parts relate to one another, and finding evidence to support generalizations. We study the lemon flesh, examine the skin, and look at levels of vitamins. We conclude that we can eat everything inside, while the skin tastes bitter and contains traces of toxic pesticides. It ought not to be consumed. Now we are ready to evaluate. We analyze, critique, and compare. To evaluate our lemon as a good source of vitamins, we compare it to other sources, such as oranges and supplements. We look at the following properties: vitamin levels, affordability, taste, and packaging waste. If we evaluate our thoughts critically and without bias, we learn where the lemons score high and where others score higher. Now, after we have learned, understood, applied, analyzed, and evaluated, we are ready to create. As we now really understand lemons, also in comparison to similar things, we can formulate a plan to create our own natural lemonade. It's now easy to come up with a cute shop design, a good name, and a good slogan: natural, healthy, yummy. Bloom's taxonomy was first created in 1946 by American psychologist Benjamin Bloom. The revised version from 2001, as just presented, serves as the backbone of many teaching philosophies, in particular those that aim towards teaching specific skills. Each level usually comes with a clear learning objective that can be tested. Critics of the taxonomy often question the existence of a sequential, hierarchical link between each level. What are your thoughts? Please share them in the comments below.
So that was just a quick video that I included in my some more. So on to what is Bloom's taxonomy. Bloom's taxonomy is a 6-tiered model used to identify steps within the learning process. This model was broken up into 6 layers, all used to help students and teachers learn as they move up this learning pyramid. It is a framework and organization for classroom learning objectives and outcomes. What are the different levels of Bloom's taxonomy? This model was made up of 6 levels, moving from the bottom up. It starts with remembering, then to understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and finally create. This order is specific as it moves from understanding, apply, and analyze, which make up the foundation or concrete levels, to the top 3 of analyzing, evaluate, and create, which are complex and abstract. Students have to begin mastering the lower levels before they can master the higher levels. So how can Bloom's taxonomy help students learn and teachers teach? Bloom's taxonomy challenges students' cognitive abilities, resulting in students receiving a better learning experience. Teachers are challenged to develop critical thinking skills by creating a lesson based on this model of learning. It challenges teachers to continue to become more creative and challenges students to not only learn the material, but eventually be able to teach it or produce the lesson again. What must you consider as a teacher, and why? As a teacher and as an educator, we have to consider students' learning styles in which ways certain students learn. This is only one model of teaching, and there are various other models that can help aid in students' cognitive development. As a future educator, I understand the importance of creating lessons based on the students and how they learn the best. It is necessary to utilize various models of teaching to attend to every student's educational needs and standards. So this was some more I created regarding Bloom's taxonomy, which is something we learned in this class. So it demonstrated my understanding of Bloom's taxonomy and why it's important.